What's good, everybody? It's DJ Style Focus, the main event. This is the special edition of the main event show. I'm at a showcase called Fellas with Soul right now, going on right now, man. A lot of performances going on. I guess you hear that's Abby Soul right there. This is her event right here, and it's going down. You heard?
4, 3, 2, and you're on.
Hey, everybody. Thank you guys for being able to join us for the first annual Fellas with Soul event. This is the first time I've actually decided to do an event dedicated to men, and I have picked the perfect host. I am not going to be hosting this year, so that's that. But I did want to give a shout out to all the performers that are here. We have a live audience with us today, and we are also going to interact with you guys at home. But without further ado, I'm going to introduce our hostess with the mostest, Poetic Solo.
Hello. Can you hear me? What's good, everybody?
What up?
Welcome to Fellas with Soul. Just like Anel was nice enough to introduce me. Thank you so much. Thank you for having me as the host. This is the first time I've ever been to an Abby Soul production. I know we had the Women Speak Up event twice, 2 years in a row, which was a great event that I saw videos, saw pictures of. It was amazing. So I was very honored when she had asked me to be the host for the Fellas with Soul, the men portion of it, because I love how the world now is very women positive, very positive with supporting women and supporting women to speak up and supporting women to be themselves, be their true selves. But the truth is that we all need that, both men and women. So I was very happy to be part of this event. So myself and fellow artists that are here as well could just speak up a little bit and speak from the soul, because we have a lot of soul too. And just introduce myself. My name is Poetic Solo. I'm originally born and raised in the Bronx, moved to Jersey for a bit, and now actually lived in California for a while too, but I had to, California was fun. The summer was there for about 3.5 years. And it helped me grow a lot, but I knew that Jersey was where I needed to be. And it's funny because when you live in Jersey, you're like, man, I can't wait to get out of Jersey. I can't wait to get out. But then you leave and you're like, man, we got the most swag, honestly, in the whole United States, to be honest with you. Like that New York, New Jersey, that Northeast kind of culture, it cannot be beat. So it really, made me very easy to come back. Great events like this, great artists. Shout out to all the artists that will be performing today. I've had the pleasure of checking out a few of their bodies of work, and you guys are really in store for some amazing performances. I guess I'll be starting off the show off with something like nice and quick. Just talking about things that I learned. When you move away, if you've ever been somebody who moved away from home, whether it be 30 minutes, whether it be 3 hours, or whether it be 6 hour flight like I did, you always kind of learn a little bit about yourself, about your habits, and about certain things that you don't like about yourself, certain things you love about yourself. So I'm going to share this piece that I wrote my last year in LA. It's called Habits and Common Sense. So it goes a little bit like this. Contrary to popular belief, common sense is common. However, it is also commonly ignored. Just like when I told you I loved you, knowing damn well I was bored, knowing that in the future, these emotions will start to feel like chores. No longer I get to, instead I have to, and eventually I don't want to anymore. I have enough chores at home and at work, and yes, I'll delete that video you sent me where you so elegantly twerk, right after I send it to my friend. And after you find out, I'll try to tell you how it was some means to an end, but that won't change the fact that I did it. Just like the number of minutes it took me to come won't change the fact that I hit it, and the majority of us in here think like that. I'm just one of the few who would admit it. But that doesn't make it right. And I don't say this to come off as some kind of chivalrous night. It's just that Christians don't have confession, so for now I'll use this mic. You see, I just started going to church again, so I'm still learning how to pray at night, but I've learned that it comes best when I put it in a poem. I've learned that I grow best when I'm alone because I have this terrible habit of caring too much. I've also been told I have this terrible habit of sharing too much, and I act like I don't know this, but it's probably why I love being a poet, because it's okay when you do it on stage, but not so much on first dates. And I'm just trying to figure out how to end up like this. How am I supposed to find a wife like this? Is the man I am now even worthy of the woman that I dream about? I guess this poem is the first step to letting those demons out. I mean, they've already been slowly creeping out, but just like most things, that happen in our life. You can't just collect all the infinity stones, snap your fingers, and they just gone overnight. You see, Alcoholics Anonymous taught us that the first step is to admit that you have a problem, because it is impossible to solve something that you do not acknowledge. If you try to ask me what I learned through college, I can't tell you much that has to do with passing class, but I can give you a couple lessons on chasing ass, especially if they're fat. I remember joining my frat and everything being so new to me, thinking I was about to better myself and my community. Yet one of the first things that I was told that night was, you better not be out there giving no whack dick, because we known for laying a pipe. I mean, a young soul with no real goals and a fear of being rejected will say yes to wherever he's accepted. What's done can be changed, but it can be corrected. I used to use the stage as a platform to talk about women that I've had sex with, thinking that I was actually making a difference, but never really talking about the lessons I've learned. What good is me telling you that I made it through the fire if I'm not telling you what I gained from my burns? You see, the hardest part about change is not knowing what to do, it's doing what you already know is required. So I continue to kick tires and say that I need to know more. But as you can see, common sense is common. It's also commonly ignored. Thank you very much. So,
Nice.
thank you everybody.
Nice.
Yeah, that was something I wrote, just about bad habits that I I feel like a great part about growing up is you learn to self-reflect. You learn to look at yourself in the mirror, kind of ask yourself, okay, how am I contributing to my problems? What can I do to, what is in my control? What can I do to change? You really just have to look at yourself, look at your bad habits, look at some of the things you've done that, like I said, you can't change, but you can always correct. They're moving forward in the future. So coming up, we're going to have the first performer that I'm happy to introduce. So taking the stage, first and foremost, we're going to have Savage Rider. And then on deck, we have Frank Nitty. So Savage Rider is coming up first, and then on deck, we have Frank Nitty. Give it up for Savage Rider.
Having to carry the weight of generational embargoes called alcoholism, drug addiction, narcissism, depression, low self-esteem, unable to get in touch with your emotions. Since men are meant to be unfazed in badass mode 24/7 is like when a man spills his guts. I see the mortifying expressions filling your faces. So what does that man do? He drowns, 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 drowns. What does it mean to be a man? Being tasked with the responsibility of fetching mullet for the dinner table, and no one is there to make sure if you're straight or not. I'm tired of being a one. Why can't someone else fix the hex? What does it mean to be a man? Difficult to answer such a question when you haven't been raised by one. It's like your family never wanted to make an effort to hear you out when the depression crept in. Now you're screwed because I am exposing everything, channeling all to this day, and god damn it, someone is about to feel it today. I won't hold back. I won't hold back. I won't hold back. I won't hold back. I die before I do. What does it mean to be a man? What if I told you that being a man isn't what you think it is? Getting in touch with how you feel. Uplifting other men instead of trying to tear them down for sport. Actually being intimate with a woman instead of bragging about how well you sexed her. Raising your children, making a presence in their lives, standing in your truth, standing in your truth, standing in your truth, standing in your truth. What does it mean to be a man? There are times where I am unable to answer this question, but one thing I could say, being a man requires a sense of understanding, knowing you and you need to get yourself on the right track, because this world won't let you know when you're doing wrong. The money does not roll in that way. It's why prisons and graveyards are so overcrowded today, filled with a bunch of boys who did not know any better. The money doesn't roll in that way. The money doesn't roll in that way. The money doesn't roll in that way. What does it mean to be a man? No one knows. No one knows.
Beat.
Got the second piece right here. After I do this, I got a little song for y'all. So I call this one, let me see. Yeah, I call this one, I Haven't Been Myself. Look into the eyes of a lion standing before you, notebook in hand, just no telling when my drive is gonna run low again. It does not take a genius to figure out I haven't been myself. Maybe since I am so adept at hiding my true emotions in the guises of explosive performances, Performances that I say every word but Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah in songs with mind-bending rhyme schemes, looking down on every person from the past that never believed in me. Even them females can't compare to me. Adam and Eve, 3 seconds away from biting off the tree. What tree? The tree is selling your morals to make that million. The tree of turning into the monster your kids would run away from. The tree of completely closing my heart. The tree of turning cold without remorse. The tree of waging war with every person that ever betrayed me. The tree of worshiping the almighty banknote. Yes, I now have stacks that'll make your boyfriend shit himself. I have the body that'll make any lesbian go straight. And with the dick that'll make your wife divorce you. Aren't I celibate? All I did was show her a picture, huh? I don't talk like this shit, yeah. I haven't been myself. Working to the bone for a check that'll be gone the same day I get this shit. Now how's that for your 9 to 5? You don't understand the sacrifices I gotta make for you selfish ass people that don't appreciate my craft in any way, shape, or form. How about you go fuck yourself? To all you sons of bitches that be on my social media lurking, searching for tea, running back, telling everything, stealing my ideas. I never needed you, son. You don't understand what it's like to have your back against the wall when the bills pile up. Family members turn on you. You black out in public. I was in a hospital a couple weeks ago. Stress is eating me up. I'm having psychogenic seizures. I go to every doctor in the city. MRIs and EEGs, extensive testing. They still couldn't find the cause of them. They told me it wasn't epilepsy, cuts and scrapes, skin my knuckles. Gash my lip and chipped my tooth. It all happened at work. I felt it coming after it came. Went out and spent the remainder of my day in the hospital where they took that sweet old time serving me. I haven't been myself. But none of you care. I'm fucking lonely as shit. None of my high school friends want to talk to me anymore, but they watching everything I do though. I'm scared of an intimate relationship. Because I'll have to share everything I spent my entire life building with someone else that doesn't even appreciate it. You don't want to help that man be great. All you want to do is take, and then complain. I got nothing left, man. I can't stand any of you. Stay from around me. The trauma from my childhood. I didn't heal from it. All I did was suppress the shit. I never healed from depression. Again, I suppressed it. Through marijuana, sangria, beer, music, songwriting, authoring, poetry. To say I'm a survivor is nonsense. I ain't survived shit. All I ever did was run away from my problems, and they now have caught up to me. But my father was watching this, don't give a fuck. It's amusing seeing Savage Rider destroying himself, because deep down, you're the one that's fucking destroyed. At least I admit it. This is my call for help, but none of you hear it. I haven't been myself. Bags underneath my eyes. Insomnia. I can't even get proper sleep anymore. I asked the granddaddy in the sky for guidance. I never receive any. Some dilemmas I resolved in 2016 are now returning to test me. Never can catch a break. People thinking they're entitled to my energy, but fuck you. With the longest dildo that money could buy. I don't need you. Savage Rider is for no one but himself. That's my second piece right there. So to close it off, I got a song, right?
But anyway, just to tell you a little bit about myself. Yeah,
What's good, everybody? DJ Style Focus. This is the special edition of Main Event Soul. As you hear, we here with Fellas with Soul showcase going right now.
It's not easy. Poetry, you write words, you get on stage, you say the words. In music, you gotta write words, you gotta find a beat, you gotta find a flow, you gotta find a producer, you gotta engineer. Like, there's so many steps of music compared to poetry. So I got a lot of respect for the artists. And yeah, so how's everybody day going? Yeah, happy Sunday. Thankfully it's not raining outside. It's been raining all week. I didn't even want to leave my house yesterday. I had Matt Aronson doing and the rain just started. I was like, I'm just going to go to sleep. It's all right. It's my side to just go to sleep. But yeah. So I guess we're going to get some music in the background while the DJ gets it going. Yeah, get the music going in the back. Little son, throw it in the back. Yeah.
In case y'all don't know who this is Fellas with Soul showcase right now. right now, right next to me, who was just performed earlier. This is my main event show. I'm DJ Style Focus. I'm here with Savage Rider right now, who just performed earlier. So Savage Rider, man, how do you get into poet, and how is poet and just music industry just inspired you, bro?
Well, like, you know what I mean? I started off as an author, you know what I mean? You know, I was all the way in high school, you know, publishing my own books. And then from there on, you know, I decided to get into the performing aspect. Because I noticed that, right, you know, I had the talent, I had the words, but I was too introverted. So I feel like, you know, me expressing it, me being vocal about it, not only helped develop my social skills, but also, like, it helped me cope with a lot of stuff. Because, you know what I mean, I dealt with a lot, you know, low self-esteem, depression, you know, bullying, stuff like that. And it's like, you know, when I'm on that stage, whatever I'm going through don't matter, you know, in that moment, because I get to release that, and that's why I come with the energy I come with.
Yeah, man, but like I said, man, that was really deep right there, and then you kill it at the end with the music, man. Like, what is your tell everybody your Instagram, your social media, where they can reach you up at, man.
All right, well, y'all can find me on Instagram at Savage Rider 973. Again, that's Savage Rider 973. No spaces, no underscores, no periods, none of that. Just Savage Rider 973 up there. You know, I put up stuff for my poetry, you know, my writing. Also, I got my music page, which is Mr. Raymond, Mister spelled out Raymond. You know what I mean, Mr. Raymond. Also, I got a poetry page, you know what I mean, got a film page. I'm doing it, you know what I mean. I'm trying to put my stuff out there as much as possible. So
most definitely, and right now, this is a win for you. And like I tell everybody, small wins builds momentum. So you build off from that and just take it from there, man. For real, bro. Appreciate you, all right? Yeah, y'all heard that was Savage Rider right there. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get a lot of more people going down right now. Right now. Speaking with the host right now. This is the host right here, good looking right now, man. Yo, tell everybody right now. We're on my main event show right now. It's on Apple and Google Podcasts. Tell them about Fellas with Soul, why you chose to host and everything. Tell them why this is a good event.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, you know, I've known Abby for a while. I've known her Women Speak Up event for a minute. You know, great event. I've got a chance to, you know, see videos of it. Never got a chance to attend, so this is my first video I actually got to be part of. And, you know, fellas need to be heard too. You know, I love how now we're very women positive. You know, everybody loves to support women, you know, as do I. And, you know, the fellas don't get left out either. You know, we all got a voice. We all need to speak up a little bit. We all got a little bit of soul in us. So this is why, you know, I love that I got the opportunity to introduce a lot of great artists here and see a lot of different kinds of...
Right, man. But like I said, I choose to come in because I know there's also part of mental health awareness and stuff. And I love shows like that, man. I tell everybody, like, I got an album out right now called Small Wins Builds Momentum. Now I tell everybody, like, you take that small win and just build that momentum. You know what I'm saying? Like I see you always posting stuff over there, man. So tell everybody your Instagram, where they can really meet you at, bro.
Poetic_solo is my Instagram. And just talking about your small wins. You know, one of my favorite books is called The Compound Effect. Right. And it talks about that, like they're compounding like small little wins, and they eventually kind of like that snowball effect that all turn into a bigger win. So that's a great event. Am I introducing?
Right.
I love situation. I appreciate y'all.
All right, man.
I actually want to say thank you to the host for inviting me out, and shout out to everybody else that either came up.
Shout out to everybody right now.